The phrase, "the end of traditional business," inside the digital shift, captures more than just a change in tools or technology. It marks one of the most profound revolutions in human economic history. For thousands of years, business was built on physical presence, manual processes, and personal trust. Trade routes, factories, and office buildings were the beating heart of commerce. Success was measured in foot traffic, sales ledgers, and physical expansion. But in the 21st century, this landscape has been completely redefined. Digitalization has blurred the boundaries between producer and consumer, between local and global, and even between human and machine. The internet, artificial intelligence, and automation have not just transformed how we buy and sell, they've rewritten the very DNA of business itself. At the core of this transformation lies connectivity. The world has become a digital village where data flows faster than goods, and ideas travel across continents in milliseconds. The rise of the internet gave birth to an entirely new ecosystem of business models: digital marketplaces, subscription platforms, and the gig economy. Small startups can now reach millions of customers through digital storefronts without ever owning physical property. Global titans like Amazon, Alibaba, and eBay showed that scalability no longer depends on physical infrastructure but on digital intelligence and consumer data. Every click, search, and purchase generates valuable information that businesses analyze to refine products, forecast demand, and personalize experiences. The result: a customer-driven world where personalization isn't a luxury, it's the standard. Artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning sit at the heart of this evolution. They empower businesses to automate decision-making, optimize logistics, predict consumer behavior, and even create new products. In the past, market research took months of manual effort. Today, AI can analyze millions of transactions and social media interactions in seconds, revealing patterns invisible to the human eye. Chatbots now replace customer service representatives, providing 24/7 assistance, while algorithms curate what people watch, read, and buy. AI-driven recommendation systems from companies like Netflix and Spotify prove how technology can shape consumer habits and redefine entire industries. Machine learning doesn't just support business, it drives it, learning from every action to improve future performance. Automation and robotics have transformed traditional industries as well. Manufacturing plants once filled with workers are now powered by robotic arms operating with microscopic precision. Self-driving vehicles are revolutionizing logistics and delivery. Drones are delivering goods, inspecting crops, and monitoring infrastructure. What was once labor-intensive is now algorithmically managed, and this automation has increased efficiency and reduced human error. But it has also forced society to confront the question of what work means in an age where machines outperform humans in both speed and accuracy. The digital shift also extends into finance, where fintech is replacing traditional banking systems. Mobile payment apps, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum have introduced new forms of trust, transparency, and transaction. Blockchain's decentralized ledgers eliminate the need for intermediaries, cutting costs and increasing security. Fintech startups offer services faster, cheaper, and more accessible than legacy banks ever could. As a result, financial inclusion has expanded globally. People in rural areas with no access to banks can now participate in the global economy through smartphones. Meanwhile, cloud computing has changed how businesses operate internally. Instead of investing in massive physical data centers, companies now rent computing power on demand from providers like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. This flexibility enables even small businesses to scale globally with minimal cost. Teams collaborate remotely from anywhere in the world, creating a truly borderless workforce. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated this transformation, proving that digital readiness is no longer optional, it's a prerequisite for survival. Companies that could transition online thrived. Those that couldn't disappeared. The rise of social media has further disrupted the marketing landscape. In traditional business, advertising relied on TV, radio, and print, reaching audiences broadly but inefficiently. Now, digital marketing allows laser-focused targeting. Algorithms identify potential customers based on interests, behaviors, and location, while influencers create authentic connections that shape brand perception. Every like, share, and comment, provides feedback that companies use to refine their strategies. Data has become the lifeblood of the digital economy, new oil powering every decision and innovation. Education and skills are also being redefined. In the traditional world, a degree could guarantee a stable career, but in the digital era, continuous learning, adaptability, and creativity are far more valuable. The half-life of knowledge is shrinking. What's relevant today may be obsolete tomorrow. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning have democratized education, allowing individuals to upgrade their skills anytime, anywhere. Digital literacy is now the foundation of employability, and businesses increasingly value innovation over credentials. However, this massive digital shift isn't without its challenges. Automation threatens millions of jobs, especially in manufacturing, logistics, and retail. The growing dependence on technology exposes businesses to cybersecurity threats, data breaches, and misinformation. Privacy concerns have sparked global debates about who owns and controls data. Moreover, the digital divide between those who have access to technology and those who don't risks deepening social inequality. Governments, businesses, and educational institutions must collaborate to ensure that this revolution benefits everyone, not just a privileged few. Despite these challenges, the opportunities far outweigh the risks. The digital economy has created entirely new industries from app development to AI ethics, consulting, and empowered entrepreneurs worldwide. A young developer in Kenya can create a global app. A designer in Pakistan can serve clients in the US. A teacher in India can educate students across continents. Technology has leveled the playing field, making innovation accessible to all who can imagine and create. In conclusion, the end of traditional business is not an end at all, it's a rebirth. It asks to transition from a world of limited reach and rigid systems to one of infinite possibility and constant evolution. The digital shift represents a new age where adaptability, creativity, and intelligence determine success. Businesses that embrace this transformation by integrating AI, data, automation, and customer-centric innovation will not only survive, but lead the next century of progress. Those that resist will become relics of the past, remembered like the factories of the industrial age, once powerful, now silent. The future belongs to the digitally fearless, to those who understand that technology is not the enemy of business, but its new heartbeat, pulsing through every idea, transaction, and dream that defines the modern world.